AEW's Dynamite, August 17th, 2022, aka from the HBO sponsor, House of the Dragon. Overall, good show tonight. Good show tonight, man. Which featured the return of Kenny, by God Omega. Kenny Omega returned tonight in the main event. We will get to that. But overall, man, let's kick things off with this show. Also, we had an appearance from one of the all-time greats, Ricky, the Dragon Steamboat Hall of Famer. Really cool to see Ricky, the Dragon Steamboat. And to be honest with you, he looks great, man. He looks great after all these years. Still looks good, I should say. But anyways, we kicked the show off with the real AEW World Champ CM Punk coming out. And, I'm not going to sit up here and say word for word, bar for bar what CM Punk and John Moxley said to one another. I think one of the main parts I can say is that Punk said that Moxley is always the third man in every group he's been in. Moxley come out and says, I'm the heart and soul of this company. You know what I mean? I'm going to beat you it all out, quote unquote. So, the back and forth exchange between these two men, it wasn't bad. But honestly, I know a lot of people like the pull apart brawl. Me personally, I necessarily didn't like the pull apart brawl. I kind of thought it was lame. Even the one they did later on in the show, I thought that was lame. Moxley could have easily took out those three dudes. You had one of the freaking staff dudes looking like Austin Theory with blonde hair. But, I mean, the segment, though, the promo, like, back and forth was pretty cool. But, like, as far as, like, again, the pull-apart brawl, I thought it was just kind of lame to me, And Moxley freaking said, like, I don't want to wait until All Out. Punk's like, you know what? You don't want to wait till All Out. Shit, we can go next week. And it was confirmed later on in the show that it will be next week. CM Punk versus John Moxley. And I'm not sugarcoating it. I'm not exaggerating when I say that that's going to take place next week. Which is like, if that match is taking place next week, then what the hell are you doing for All Out? Are the trios belts main eventing the show? Is the women's match main eventing the show? Like, All Out is in a few weeks unless they do a WWE type of finish where you got two teams coming out there attacking them and then they do the whole can you coexist? I don't know, but if they actually go through with that, then wow, then God knows what's going to be All Out, you know what I mean? But anyways, Bryan Danielson versus Daniel Garcia. This was the 2 out of 3 falls match. Really, really good showcase, man, from both men. Garcia won the first fall. Danielson won the second. The third fall was also won by Danielson. Really, really great match. I thought this topped their first one. Not saying their first one was bad, but if you had to give me a huge stack of cash and all I had to do was say which match was better, I'm going with this one. And granted, Garcia didn't win this one like he won the previous one. I will say it was once again another great showing from Mr. Daniel Garcia. And even after the match, well, actually, before I get to after the match, Jesus Christ, man, can Chris Jericho go 2 seconds without get him, Garcia! Get him, Garcia! Oh, Garcia's gonna do it! Garcia's gonna get the win! Like, dude, Jesus Christ, man, calm down. You don't need to see. This is the thing with Jericho, bro. He be screaming into the mic every damn 2 seconds, which makes his voice just unbearable to listen to. Like, I had to sometimes during this match, I had to watch it on mute because Jericho was screaming into the mic so damn much. Like, good God. But anyways, speaking of Jericho, Jericho comes down. Danielson and Garcia look like they're about to shake hands. And then, of course, like I said, Jericho comes out, attacks Danielson. Garcia's like, bro, what are you doing? So, dissension in the ranks, I guess you could say, for the Jericho Appreciation Society. So, like I said, we had the John Moxley, CM Punk stuff. Jungle Boy came out. He cut a pretty solid promo talking about Christian Cage and all that. He wants Christian Cage All Out. Christian's like, look, man, let's team up again, bro. Like, I promise you, this time I will bring you to the promised land. And Jungle Boy is like, nah, fella, we ain't doing that. He attacks him, just completely takes him out. And yeah, that was a pretty interesting one there. And also, I forgot to mention the match before that. Also, you had the Varsity Blondes and the Gun Club. This match didn't even last long. I'm gonna get to the Varsity Blondes in a minute, but the Gun Club obviously won, and then Stokely Halfway came out. Obviously, he was talking with the Gun Club, giving them the card. They attack their father. And then, of course, we got the Acclaim, Scissor Me Daddy, the Gun Club. The Acclaim and Billy Gunn reunite. But going back to the Varsity Blondes, man, like, they got to do something with the Varsity Blondes. I feel like they either need to break up, they need to split, or they need to do a whole new revamp. Because right now, like, the booking, I don't know if it's the booking, but right now the Varsity Blondes, that ain't working. Ain't like the Varsity Blondes. I can't even really take seriously as a tag team. Like, they look like jobbers tonight. As a matter of fact, they were jobbers tonight. I don't even think Pillman. No, Pillman didn't even enter the match. Colton Gunn jumped him from the corner. So this, like, Varsity Blondes, I feel like they need a whole new revamp or something. But after all that, man, we got the semi-main event, Killen King versus Tony Storm. It was okay match. It wasn't necessarily bad, but I think everyone knew Tony Storm was gonna win. And plus, it is confirmed Tony Storm and Thunder Rosa will face each other at All Out. Won't be surprised if that's the main event, considering the fact that Punk and Moxley are going at it next week. Now, the main event, of course, Andrade's group, Andrade, Roosh, and Dragon Lee taking on the Elite. The Elite. Yeah, that's right, y'all. The Elite are back. Kenny, Young Bucks are back. Pretty good match. And I thought Kenny Omega looked pretty good. Actually, it was a pretty good match, but I thought Kenny looked really good. Like I said in the previous video, it sucks that injuries had to happen, but Kenny looks pretty good. So, yeah, overall, really good show tonight. I really don't know what they're gonna do next week, considering like we're like 2-3 weeks out before All Out, but we'll see, man. I hope you guys enjoyed my review of AEW Dynamite, House of the Dragon. This has been the Kid DC Wrestling, and so yeah.